Hello, folks. Buenos dias, buenos tardes. Hope you guys are having a good time out there. Today we're going to do a little canning from a request from a good buddy of mine, Brandon. Good job. So we're going to be canning some silver coho today. And here's my setup. It's all American. You have to have a big pressure cooker because you can't sit there and can just like 4 or 5 at a time because each one takes about an hour. So I got a big one. I like to use these jars. These are Kerrs. I don't really like the Kerrs. They're not that pretty. But I like the balls instead. It's got a little fancy glass decoration. This is when I can a lot of items. I can stack jars on top of that. Kind of made this one. Had some aluminum laying around. You gotta have rings and lids. I do not reuse my lids. Old friend of mine said, yeah, you can reuse them, but it's not worth it. Just go to the store, buy a box of them. Here's some tongs to take the hot cans out of my pressure cooker. This helps me put the item into my jars. And of course you gotta be precise. I have a simple recipe, garlic salt. If you use salt, might as well have garlic in it, you know, it tastes better. Fresh garlic, I'm just gonna make a little go a long way. I only have one fish, it's about 4.5 pounds from Costco. And a little bay leaf. All right, so let's get started. I gotta clean the fish, and here we go. So, first of all, I'm gonna just leave the skin on and scale it. All right, now we gotta clean this mess up. Had the pleasure of cleaning a salmon. Let's get rid of those bones. Make sure there's no pin bones. Pick all that out. I think it's pretty good. Here goes. Make sure there's no bones in here because you don't want your bones. Oh, let me get my bone thing. So let's get some of the bones out. All right, first off, we're gonna sterilize everything just to make sure there's no bugs in there. I don't even know why, but just to be extra cautious. So I'm gonna put all the jars in here and to reuse it and just kind of steam everything. Kill any bugs. All right, where's my lid? Yeah. Alright, so you gotta match up this indentation with this arrow like that. And then if you ever change the tire, it's kind of the same. Like that. You gotta go one across each other. Don't clamp it, tighten it down too much. Alright, make sure everything goes on. This seal should be pretty flat. Alright, and I have to use a propane stove because they have electric ones. Never had tried it, but I use a propane. Turn on the gas. And away we go. Oh, that would be dangerous. Got this made in China stove. Does the job. It's cool. Well, this is just the sterilizing run, and I was doing the dishes, and you gotta really watch this thing, and it's starting to hiss, so, and that's pretty hot. You notice the seal is low there and it's a little high there. That's okay, these are good pressure cookers or sterilizers. But gotta watch it. So I'm gonna blow the steam, and it's definitely hot, so watch it. See? Scares me. And stay away because steam is hotter than boiling water. All right, guys, it's fine. It's at 0, so go ahead. It's really hot. This is where this comes in handy. It's not that hot, but should be all right. All right, now it's time to pack the jars. So, yeah, I'll just make them in chunks that will fit. Now you might think it's ugly with the skin, but I don't know, I like the skin. It's rich in oil. Now, you're not supposed to go above this lip right here. And this thing helps you do that because I wouldn't fill it up past the bottom of this green funnel. Just barely, you know? Like that. See? That's what's good about this thing. And it keeps the edge clean. I'll make sure it's just packed in there. Oh, missed a bone. All right, 4.5 pounds with the less the bones. Gives me what, 9? No, just shove it in there. It's better to have too many jars than too few. And now we're gonna add a little garlic salt. Just 1/8 of a teaspoon. Don't want it to be salty. And I keep it in the small jars because basically they're like serving size. So I added about, I don't know, a teaspoon of oil to each one, and I messed up. Got a little oil on the lid there, or the lip. So just get a little hot water and clean it up. Because if you get oil on there, you might lose the seal. So you add water, and again, don't go above that lip on the jar. This lip right here. You're not supposed to go above that. And then what you gotta do is you gotta get a butter knife like that, and you push down the sides and you make sure all the air bubbles are out of your product. Like that. So you just got an even volume. You see it's almost overflowing. Honey. All right, now we fill it up. And then double check. I think we're all good. Push that garlic down there. Then it's time for the lids. Just make sure they're on, and then tighten the ring. Finger tighten. You can see it's kind of like it's raised. Finger tighten. All right, it's ready to go. I got this heavy duty paper towel in there. If you don't have it, ouch, it's hot. So you get it gets kind of knocks around. You only need a little water. We're gonna put them in here. I need more water. It's gotta be should be about halfway up on the jar. And real quick, I'll show you if I want to do more jars, put this on there, and you can stack more jars on there, like that. Of course, you gotta add more water because it's just a lot more. I like to use clean filtered water. And we are ready to rock. Okay, and then again, there's an arrow. You gotta line it up with that notch. All right. Make sure it's kind of sealed on there. And then it's not like too high up. You see it's kind of, there's some play in it. And then do it like you're changing the tire. This is like a emergency pressure release valve. And this is like another emergency pressure release valve, and it's like a rubber plug. And if that thing goes, if this thing goes, then this is like a backup. It'll just boom, shoot out of there. But luckily, I haven't had that. It hasn't been used. Oh, see, it's kind of tight over there. It's a little up, but it doesn't matter. It still works. Finger tighten, and make sure that's down, and fire it up. Go Panda.